Hi all. Did you know that an astonishing 1/3 of all food produced is lost or wasted? My name is Coen Bakker and I'm the marketing manager for the Waste Transformers. And together with my colleagues, we do not only talk about food waste every day, but actually at the Waste Transformers, we turn one of the causes of global warming, food waste, into an opportunity for businesses and communities. Did you know that in the UK, every day you produce 14,000 tons of food waste? That household food waste would fill approximately 66,000 three-bed terraced houses, which is equivalent to the population of the town of the size of Peterborough. So, what do you throw away every day? It's around 20 million whole slices of bread, 4.4 million whole potatoes, 920,000 whole bananas, whole tomatoes, oranges, apples, carrots, onions. Every single day. And what is the reason why we throw it away? Because 74% of us is not writing a proper shopping list, or we do not plan for meals of the week, or we forget what's in the fridge. So what happens to that waste in the UK? Currently, over 150 English councils, it's around 48% of all councils, do not have a curbside food waste collection, which means that your food waste that you throw in your grey bin is going to a landfill. And what happens when food ends up in landfill? It's causing climate change. And why is it causing climate change? Because rotting food waste is emitting CO2 and methane, CH4. And methane is a greenhouse gas that's even stronger than CO2. That means that we are warming up our climate with the food waste we throw away not in the right bin. So what can we do about it? We can build a couple of incineration plants that will burn our waste, but as you might know, food waste is made of water, and it's a very unlogical thing to do to burn water. So that's why I also placed renewable between brackets, because it's not a renewable energy. You burn your waste, you make electricity and heat out of it. But what you also do is you burn all the nutrients that are still in that food waste. That is the plants that take that from the soil, but nutrients need to be placed back in the soil. What is 10 years? It takes approximately 10 years to build these incineration plants. So I don't think we have time for that. There are many companies who produce artificial fertilizer. And artificial fertilizer is in the top 10 of CO2 emitters on a global scale. Artificial fertilizer is or produced during the production of gas, or it is taken from the minerals from rocks. And it's not only depleting our soils, it also makes them dependent on fertilizer, and it's killing all the living bacteria in the soil. Then we have another global issue, and that is people that fall out of the job market. And what we want is we want to create an inclusive growth and work environment where people can thrive and can learn and can grow in their jobs. There is one good thing the European Union is doing at the moment. They have set legally binding targets for recycling in the European Union. Not only for food waste, for different waste streams, but for food waste it means that by the end of 2023, all food waste needs to be or collected separately, or it needs to be recycled at the source where the food waste is being produced. So, with all these problems, we have come up with a waste transformer. And a waste transformer is actually a couple of shipping containers that you place on the location where the food waste is being produced. So think about hotels, think about shopping malls, think about airports, university campuses, or communities. And what we do is we place these waste transformers in these strategic locations where you take out the transportation and you directly put your food waste in the waste transformer and it turns it into biogas and electricity and heat. The system runs already from 300 kilos per day in 2 containers, and we can grow the system in modular ways depending on the waste that is available in a location. It goes up to 3,000 kilos per day, which has an average of around 8 to 10 shipping containers. So here you see the inside of the container. On the left side you see there is a touch screen where the operator of the waste transformer can see how the system is operating. The same screen we have in our office in Amsterdam, because every waste transformer is linked to the internet, and we can see how the system is running, how much waste is being fed, how the bacteria are doing, how much energy is being produced. In the middle you see the power box, and that's turning the biomethane into electricity and heat. And that goes directly, similar like solar panels, directly back into the building where the waste is coming from. I want to show you a short video of our waste transformer in Freetown, Sierra Leone, which is part of the project where we are placing 40 waste transformers in Freetown to turn their food waste into valuable energy streams, fertilizer, and we take out the organic waste from landfill. Because these landfills in Freetown are just in the middle of town.
More than half of the waste generated in Freetown is made up of organic waste, rotten food, excrement, and agricultural products.
We've never sought any garbage since before, from the household to the dumping site.
Together with our partners and international organizations, we'll start to turn this waste into much needed energy. We will do this in small scale installations, the size of a couple of sea containers, that will transform organic waste into much needed resources and green energy.
We go to the slums and the market areas to get our patients. The reason for this is because our services are free, and we want to give the poorest and the most neediest of women the opportunity to come to us.
We've always known that there's value in food waste. It is now eminent and it's now very visible to see that our food waste no longer needs to be landfill. That food waste can actually give us power, that food waste can actually give us cooking gas, that food waste can actually give us fertilizer and compost to power up our local agriculture, that food waste can help to create additional jobs for our youth, and that food waste can help us to have sanitary environment. So we turn our waste into energy, water, and compost that will power change and help feed our future.
We hope you're going to join our revolution and you too will become a waste transformer.
So one of our slogans is waste to value. And here in this project you actually see that that food waste is creating value. It's creating energy for the women's hospital. It's creating jobs for the youth groups. It's creating fertilizer for the farmers who are not dependent anymore on artificial fertilizer. And in that way we see that that food waste, which is normally a very unsexy subject, is becoming a source of change. So this is in upcoming economies, but we're also going to the glitz and glamour of the Middle East. So for example, this is Sustainable City, and you see on the left side the food domes where they produce their own vegetables and fruit. And we will be powering this city with cold made from food waste. So what we actually do is we process food waste from this city and turn it, similar like a fridge, we turn the energy into cold for their general air conditioning system. And then if we go closer to home, we have this project in Amsterdam, which is a former prison, which is being redeveloped in one of the most innovative neighborhoods in Amsterdam. So here you see the prison towers, and one of their towers is the female prison tower that remains. And they take off the roof, they take off the outer walls, and they build a green tower. And you see here the golden tubes in that tower. This is our waste transformer. And people enter the building on this floor and they actually can see and read what's happening with the food waste from that neighborhood, powering this tower, the vertical parks, the urban gardens and the restaurants. Then a couple of kilometers from that site is the Amsterdam football stadium from the national team Ajax. They are doing very well already on sustainability, and what we will be doing there is powering this football stadium on green energy, where we collect the food waste by people with a distance to the labor market from nearby offices. And there test grow the green grass with the fertilizer made from food waste. Here in Cape Town we have a waste transformer transforming the food waste from a shopping mall and turn that into energy for the shopping mall. We also want to go a step further and use that fertilizer to grow urban vegetables in vertical farms. So what we will be doing is connecting urban farms to our waste transformer, where you're not dependent on airplanes flying in and out with fresh vegetables, but you can actually produce that in an urban environment. And all these innovations made us the winner of the Global Innovation Award during the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week in 2019. So my final question is, when will you become a waste transformer, and when will you start turning your food waste into value? Feel free to contact us or visit on our website. We are ready for it. We hope you are too. Thank you.